Alright. Reset. Let's do it. Here we go, Mario 3. My parents really went out of their way to make sure that I had a comfortable life growing up, even though we didn't have a lot of money. And they weren't able to afford to get Super Mario Bros. 3 for me. But what happened was, we were at church, and this kid was bullying me. And he dared me to jump off this small cliff onto a bunch of rocks. I won't go into why, but I was a dumb enough kid to do it. So I fell and cracked my skull open, and they had to take me to the emergency room. And they were worried that I had a concussion, so my mom said, hey, if you stay awake, we'll buy you Super Mario Bros. 3. Because I really, really wanted it at the time and weren't really able to afford it. I stayed awake. That kept me on without passing out during my concussion, and sure enough, I got Mario Bros. 3 shortly afterward. Definitely one of the most important games of my childhood. This game is amazing. Go! That's how you could encourage me as a child, was to bring video games into the equation. Yeah, the tinniness is a little bit frustrating with GBA. You'll get that for any GBA title. It's especially noticeable in like the port of Final Fantasy VI. Go! Here I'm trying to decide, do I want to show off World 4 a little bit? Because this one's actually really fast as well, if you take the fastest route. The game that's probably going to be the first one that's actually quite long will be Super Mario Land 2, because I've never played it before and I have no idea what I'm doing in it. So I think that's going to be something like 3 hours. Does someone know? I just heard that you shouldn't lose consciousness during a concussion, but I don't know why. I've never researched that for myself, so I can't answer in an educated way. Such cool little pieces of level design like this one, right? This is just kind of showing off their system. You come back to it later and you don't really realize what they were doing with that. Whoa! No! Alright. So here's the secret that you have no business knowing how to do. Absolutely no reason to know to do this. Unless if you watch the movie The Wizard. It puts you behind the screen. OG Mode 7 graphics, right? You'll slip into a coma if you fall asleep. Yeah. 2's fairly short. Okay. I don't know if it has any warp, so I probably won't do it. That sounds cool, Jaden. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the Mushroom House. We may as well take some extra stuff with us to World 8. Oh man, is Super Buck Jazz, is that the one that's by a Stratosphere, Dauber? Y'all should Google that if you have a second. Tab out a stream, look up a Stratosphere Super Buck Jazz, I think it's called. It might be on OC Remix as well. It's a really, really cool remix of the Mario 2 theme. One of my favorites. Womp womp. I like this song. It appropriately instills dread in you. This game really shows off what the NES was capable of. The rest of the Stratosphere stuff is really good. Cool. Yeah, he's like, I think I found out about that secret, Yukupo, before watching The Wizard. It's that whole source amnesia phenomenon. Like, how did you know that? I don't remember either. Clearly I figured it out somehow. But, I have no idea. It must have been like a Tips and Tricks magazine. This is the trick, is you get 2 warp whistles and you use the second warp whistle here. Now that sound you heard, the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, That shows up in Zelda Ocarina of Time during the opening scene. The Zelda Symphony of the Goddess actually does it as well. You've got RPG Maker, Jade. Yeah, it's the shit. There's this really bump-in upright bass solo in it, Snake Behavior. It gets better. Ah, bummer. Hit by a star. These are my explosions. I think this game would never completely start you over, is that right? Like, if you game over, it just takes you back to the beginning of the world, but all of the levels are still done. You just have to walk across the world map to get back to where you were before. Crap. No, I don't think so, Jade. Oh man, I remember the World 2 Warp Whistle. I haven't done that in such a long time. It's almost like muscle memory for me to play through Mario 3 this way. I think I've actually seen it more in Mario All-Stars. Actually, I need to get past this jump. Sends you back, but the levels are reset. Gotcha. There's some levels that say that you don't have to do again, right? Like, I don't think you have to do the whole world over from scratch, if I remember correctly. Damn, man. I better get good at this level then. This is our last life. Yeah. They might have changed that in Mario All-Stars. I don't remember having to repeat it as much, or at all. I still have a Tanuki leaf, so I might use that if this keeps giving us trouble. Whew, close call. I think there's a mushroom along the way here somewhere. You don't have Game Maker, Jaden. You've got Mario, or RPG Maker, and that's it. Let's go get this mushroom, which they conceal from you if you're not already Small Mario. Though you think you can, like, crouch into it. You're just kind of taking a risk since the stage is auto-scrolling. I like how they simulate the movement of the tanks in this level. A lot of little perspective tricks they had to do back in the day to do a level like this. We take this sort of thing for granted these days. Whew, that was almost bad. Oh, today I learned that Mario in this one can carry the bombs. I guess I should know that from Mario Maker, right? Alright, here we go. Get Boom Boom. Oh, this isn't Boom Boom. Boom Boom's later. Got a star. I got a star. Yes, that would be the plan, Death Johnson. So I'll start them. I'll upload a part 1 video for the ones that we start, and we'll put them on the sheet, so we'll revisit them in the future. Absolutely want to play through the entire Mario series. Games like, there's some tricks you can do in this level, if I remember correctly. Games like Mario Sunshine I really like to beat. Yeah, the bosses in this are pretty easy. I'm sure everyone's had that experience of beating Bowser at the end and then falling to your death on your way out. Pretty sure there was a GIF about it on Reddit not too long ago. We're gonna cheese this part, because it's fun. Swimming under the boat. Swimming under the boat, girl. Yeah, swimming under the boat. This is where I'd like them to add in Mario Maker a way for you to stop a scroller. Like, I think it automatically stops at the end of the level, but if you wanted to have it stop at a certain point halfway through the level, I don't think you can do that. I think we want to jump up here. I don't know if we can come out from the back end. Skip some BS, though. You always thought it was lava? It's just gross Bowser Kingdom waters, I guess. Oh man, Cenk, Young Turks. There we go. Boom boom. My theory is that Boom Boom is Bowser Jr., but maybe that's not a theory, maybe that's been confirmed. They even later made Bowser Jr. fight the same way as Boom Boom. They're like, where's this Bowser Jr. kid come from? Like, he's got the 8 Koopa kids, and they have weird names that make you question the whole series and the whole canon. Morton Koopa Jr.? Does that mean Bowser's name is Morton? No, it's actually that the Koopa kids are named after different recording artists. Iggy Pop, Wendy, it's Wendy O. Actually, let's avoid the Cheep Cheeps here so we can fly over this section. Oh god! Oh, that went really badly for me. That was awful. You do want to hit one of these because they give you chests at the end. They're useful if you're having trouble with a level. Could use some more 1-ups. I like how it ends up treating it just as a mushroom. Run! Nice. Yeah, that'd be cool, Snake. There's a lot of potential for DLC in Mario Maker and a lot of potential for a Mario Maker 2. I'm sure that Nintendo is privy. If someone can post the link I put in chat a little while earlier where Nintendo put up a level making guide for Mario Maker noobs, it's very funny. Describing really, really bad levels. It's got this angry pigeon. Oh no! I didn't think that the Monty Mole would come back and I responded poorly. Is that it? Oh, we get one more life. Last chance. This might be a little bit easier with the raccoon tail. Proceeds to immediately lose raccoon tail, right? I don't remember if the Monty Moles come back in the All-Stars remake or not. Oh god. Go! Scroll speed's not messing around, man. Phew! There we go. Jiminy Christmas. Get it? Yeah, that level's pretty rough. We're probably gonna have to do it again. We don't have any lives left, right? I don't think there's any really way for me to get more 1-ups. Oh, no, I think it does create some permanent shortcuts, right? Like, see the pipe up there? See how the block got removed? I think that block is removed for good. I think there are some levels we don't have to redo. Yeah, I agree, Calvin. No, when we first started doing Mario Maker on stream, I was of the opinion that the most important thing that that game needed was checkpoints. I'm glad they added it as soon as they did. I think tagging is the next most important thing that they need to add. I can get something here, but it's not worth the risk. Well, now it's worth the risk. So much for that. Bummer. Super bummer. Well, let's see how far back we go now. It's actually probably the best time to game over here. I think we still have to do the tank. Oh no, it's all gone. That's not so bad. Alright, here's the shortcut we just opened. Actually, don't remember where this takes us. About to find out. Ah, it'll matter later when we open that lock. So I think you can always get pulled into the, like, Manos Hand of Fate levels. And I think that you always have to redo levels that have a number on them, but the tank and airship levels do not respawn when you game over, which is very, very convenient. They're among the hardest ones. If they add slopes, I think it's going to be in Mario Maker 2. That seems like a huge structural change. It seems like something that's so simple to us. Maybe somebody can find the relevant XKCD comic where they're talking about identifying birds in a picture. It's like, you know, tell me where the picture was taken geographically. Okay, give me 5 minutes. All right, and then tell me whether the picture's of a bird. Okay, I'm gonna need a research team and 5 years of grants. Oh, that's cool, Calvin. Hey, Moral Atheist, how you doing? I think I'm gonna keep the Tanuki leaf for now, or the raccoon leaf. Tanuki's an altogether different power-up in this game. You know, I don't see a lot of level creators in Mario Maker who make question mark blocks that are just empty. They just have a coin in them. Trying to think, what is the level design purpose for that? I guess it's to make you know that you're not going to get an upgrade every single time that you see a question mark block, and you want to check all of them. You get excited when one actually does have a power-up in it. It's a mushroom. It is. To lose it immediately to this boo. All is well. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Jump! Alright. Nicely done. Mario. I think I died here a lot as a kid. Seems silly now, but probably here too. Like, oh, I'm supposed to bounce off these guys to climb it? Crap. Bummer. Let's get moving. Bump, 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 cha. Crap. Do I use... I don't want to use the leaf here. Don't think I need it. I guess I could use the star. There's not a lot of other levels where the star is really helpful. I was like a second away. Thought that that fire was going to hit me too. Ah, so stressful. Just go! Don't think, just go! Is this some... No, it's a star. That's right. Alright. Try again. We got 2 lives. If we can get to the halfway point, we can get a 1-up, which at least makes up for everything we've lost up to that point. Right? We want to try to lure that piranha plant to shoot its fireball up. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Time to split. I guess that's the kind of thing that an amateur level designer probably isn't thinking about a lot of the time. Adding question mark blocks that do not have anything in them. Again, another split second. Jump. We want to get the star for sure, but we don't want to keep dying there. Yeah, so here I'm not going to use my item because I only have 1 life left, and I would rather make it through this level with no lives and have the power-up remaining. It's fine. Because we eventually have to start this one over. Let's try again. We might try it with a star this time. Let's see what we got. I like that they don't make us do anything. Oh, we keep our items when we die. That's a really good reason not to use the items then, huh? Because we can get another one when we go through the Manos Hand of Fate path over here. Go this way. Guys, welcome to the Super Mario Super Stream. We're playing for 24 hours today. You can check the schedule below to see what order we're playing the titles. I try to beat as many as we can and also start a bunch of titles too. Some of the longer ones that we can't really beat. New to the stream, I'm Marstead. I'm trying to beat every awesome game ever made live on Twitch. Working through Zelda, Final Fantasy, Metroid, just beat Uncharted, started Phoenix Wright. It's awesome, we want to play it, hence Mario Day. Actually, I've never played a Mario game on stream before, and it's great disservice. Well, outside of Super Mario Maker. No! Crap. Do I want to go back and try to farm items here, or I just want to run through it? Oh, it's going to make me fight it anyway. It sends you all the way back. I think there's a set chance for a hand to come out and grab you whenever you go into one of these stages. And of the 3 stages, this one's the hardest one because it's the way the Cheep Cheeps work. The one with the fireballs is pretty easy to dodge. That's a bummer about it. I think I'm gonna get a leaf if I can make it through it. Yes, it is. Do you guys see the they're bringing back Mystery Science Theater 3000, and Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland from Rick and Morty are going to be in it? Justin Roiland is also the voice of Lemon Grab on Adventure Time, and Dan Harmon is also the main writer of Community. Wherein Marstead uses up all of the goodwill built in the previous games and dies on the Hand of Fate level over and over, ad nauseum. This is just gonna be the next 24 hours. Me doing this level until I master the Cheep Sheep patterns. Go. There we go. How do those fish live in lava? Yeah, Felicia Day. I think Patton Oswalt as well. It's gonna be Joel, not Mike. So I guess if you want to get your later MST3K fix, you probably still want to listen to riff tracks. Alright, here we go again. Don't think just go level? Yeah. Yeah, the place I kept dying was trying to stop and get the mushroom. I wanted it for this section. I wanted to have some room for error right there. But I don't know if getting a mushroom is worth 3 lives. That's what I was giving up. Crap. Let's go with, now that we've got, well, no, we only have 0 lives, so let's save the second leaf we got for the next time we game over, and then we'll have 3 leaves, and then we can use them with Reckless Abandon when we get to this section. I could try to go for that mushroom on the next pass through it. I think Mystery Science Theater, they're trying to get on Netflix. Used to be on, I don't remember if it was briefly on Comedy Central, but it was on Sci-Fi and Saturday mornings for a while. How we doing? Yeah, so now we got 2 leaves. Let's see which hand grabs us. A couple of them are kind of gimme levels. No, we haven't done this one yet, I don't think. This is not a gimme level. This one has Hammer Brothers and a fire-spitting Fire Brother, I guess you'd call him. This one's a bit nastier than the Cheep Cheep level. You can just, don't think just go that guy. Nothing you can do about the Hammer Brothers other than wait and patiently kill them. I like how there's like a preset geography that's associated with the Hammer Brothers. And you have those 2 lines of blocks for them to jump on, and then they're always breakable blocks, dating back to Mario 1. You actually don't see a lot of people who design their levels in Super Mario Maker going that route, using that established Hammer Brothers geometry. Oh man, alright, well we're just getting more items. It's all good, this is the easy level. This one's don't think just go all day. Yeah, look at that. Too easy. This might just give you a Starman though. Oh no, that one also gives you a raccoon leaf. Rock and roll. RNGesus is not our friend today. It's gonna be worth getting the Fire Flower. We might lose it. So much for that. Chill out up here for a sec. Doc, there we go. Alright, everything's fine, everything's good. Just keep moving, don't stop. Don't think, just go. There you go. Yeah, there's a Kickstarter for Mystery Science Theater. They've actually already met the goal, but they're going for stretch goals right now. This is a little bit of RNG. Remember, this is one of the first speedruns I ever watched. Like, before speedrunning really became a thing, this is one of the big... Like, they posted this tool-assisted speedrun on the internet. I don't even think it was on YouTube. It's like 11 minutes long. One of the earliest internet memes that I remember. Related to gaming, anyway. Cool. That's what we want to do. We want to bait out that second son of a bitch. Do we want that star? Is it worth it? I guess if we can bait out a couple of these bullets, it'll be a little bit easier, safer to get. That's okay. We'll get a placement in a second. Or it was a waste of time. Oh well. Get the mushroom at least. And the boos do not screw around in this game, huh? Crap. Jumped right into the thing. Yeah, I thought the same thing. Just someone was really, really good. I didn't realize it was tool assisted. Alright, we got enough of these now. May as well use them. I think you can build up enough speed here. To hell with your couch. All of your couches. Now that Starman isn't really worth it, you know? In retrospect. Don't really need to get anything there since I've got the coontail. Let's just fly across as best we can. Ready for some nonsense here. Just float across, don't have to do any fanciness. Forget this noise. Whew. Jiminy Christmas. Ba-dum-ba-dum. TAS is a tool-assisted speedrun, which means that they use usually an emulator to push the game to its limits. So they'll slow it down to the smallest possible... okay, here's another really cool secret, kind of in the same vein as the one we see in Mario 2. You see this really suspicious sand waterfall in the middle of nowhere, and it takes you down to the secret area. Pretty neat. Yeah, that'd be cool. So what you do is you slow down the frame rate as slowly as you can, BCAS, and then you progress it step by step, frame by frame, and if you make a mistake, you load state, and you start it over again. So you make sure that at every possible frame, you're making the perfect decision. Thank you, Serpent. I appreciate the donation. If one of the mods could throw 240 SP at Serp, appreciate that. Yeah, if we reach donation goals today during the stream, the sphere point multiplier is going to increase. Right now, you guys are getting double sphere points per hour. Usually it's 1 sphere point every 5 minutes. Now it's 2 sphere points every 5 minutes. And it will become 3 if we hit that donation goal in the top right corner. Genie Lovin'. I still got to play some more Shantae. Every now and then I'll sit at my computer and I'll see it and I want to play it, but I don't want to play it without streaming it. And like being both in the mindset to sit down and just play a game and in the mindset to stream it are two very different things. Or Andrew and I probably would have streamed her playthrough of Tomb Raider 2013, which is an amazing game. It is retroactively my Game of the Year 2013. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. It's very, very good. I have basically no complaints about it. It does a lot of things really well, and it's essentially a Metroidvania game, which no one told me that, or I would have played it a lot sooner. Thank you, D-Rock. I think it's 240 in the name. This is a tricky dungeon. Shantae and the Pirate's Curse was really cool. It was very funny. Played it for an hour during Serp's subblock. Go. I hate this. It's like the worst castle. Is this the one we're supposed to hit? Might be. Yeah. I want to get that P block, I think. I used to just know the route for this dungeon. I played it so much. Don't think we want to go in that door, but I can check it real quick. I think we can always come back if it's wrong. Maybe. I'm dubious, though. No, this doesn't feel right. It's in this door. Screw that noise. I ain't even trying to hear that. Yeah, let's back up a teensy bit. Big chunk of this is getting to the P block, if I remember correctly. Don't fall off the edge and die. That's typically not advised. Good strategy. This seems right. Flying. Alright, we want to hit this guy. There's a secret door. Is it this one? Yeah, that's a ticket. Alright. All based on memory. Nope, didn't get lost at all. Although you can type exclamation point lost if you want to. Boom boom. Boom Boom, I find the best way to deal with him is just wait until exactly after his spikes pop out and jump on him immediately. If you wait too long, he becomes difficult. When I go indoors, I press up on the D-pad. And that's become that's like part of the vocabulary of gaming now. You just expect to do that, right? It can be weird in a game when that's not how you open doors with up. So I think we can skip the whole game now up to this last section. We do have to do this last section multiple times if we screw it up. I think. Maybe we don't have to do this this tank section more than once. Bummer. Just about to say, man, I'm doing really well now that I've got the raccoon suit. Wasn't meant to be. Gives you that safety net, no? You're more willing to take risks. You have a little bit more aerial control and you're able to shake your tail feather. Twisted. I don't know, Lando. Gotta give him more time. Yeah, what's up, Dexter? Yeah, please continue to buy raffle tickets. There's all kinds of fabulous prizes you can win. You can check the prize list at raffle.marstead.com, and you can check the details, the rules, all that fun stuff at the same link. It's all posted there for your enjoyment. One of these has an item at the end of it, doesn't it? Or am I making that up? Maybe it's an earlier level. That's correct. So we'll stop when we get to Sunshine, then we'll just resume whatever game we left off on. The plan is to beat all of the short Mario games. I screwed up by letting him fly. I should have just kept jumping on him. And I really screwed up by not hitting him there. I'm gonna try to do him twice in a row when he comes down here. I tried to put the spikes in there as a way to keep you from just like trouncing him back to back. I won't worry about the shipping for the bead sprites. Actually, I don't know how much it is, but they don't weigh anything, and like the biggest one I'm gonna do is probably the size of like Marley or Magus back here, so they'll probably fit in a standard US envelope. If someone overseas wins it, I'd be happy to make it happen as a thank you. That's cool, Calvin. You'll get... Oh, shit. I forgot these guys shoot lasers. That's a don't think, just go section there. You'll get enough SP to buy a raffle ticket every hour here during the 24-hour stream. Go, go, go! There we go. Alright. I think there's a different way to... Oh, that's right. There's a little secret platform. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. I think if the situation needs anything, it's pimpin'. Go. Right. Flying, flying, flying. Yeah, I don't think Calvin's been logged in, though. He didn't have a Twitch account signed in when he was watching. What he means. Duck. Duck goose. There's a one up here. As long as you can make it to this part of the level, you have infinite lives. You'll eventually be able to beat Bowser. Yeah, I'm gonna try to fly through this part because donut blocks are not particularly friendly. Mario 3, the first occurrence of donut blocks. Alright, I think this is what we want. Oh man. Get hype! Exclamation point, here we go! Whoa! Oh, thank you. This is cool. They didn't have to do this. This is kind of an early example of nostalgia in gaming, right? The whole shooting fireballs at you from the right side of the screen doesn't happen until that part of the game. There we go. Yeah, good timing. I tried to call it a little bit earlier when we got to the final flaw. Ouch. It's a cool song. I've beaten him before and then died immediately afterward. I think you can beat him with a fire flower if you have one. I don't think I've ever done it that way, though. I'm almost always here with the raccoon tail. I like how they brought this song back for Mario RPG as well. He still just shoots it over top of him. That's... And one more. Hopefully it goes well for us. Wow, wow. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Da-na-na-na. Cool beans. I seem to remember there being a Game Genie code that would prevent you from going in that door. Like, it was a useful code, like infinite lives or invincibility or something. If you had it turned on, you couldn't come in here. That was a victory. Yeah. Got a rollicking good 90-minute start. I do have a backup plan if by some miracle we happen to beat all of the games in the short Mario block. So, it could happen. Mario 64 and New Super Mario Bros. Are both pretty long. Yeah, right? I have fallen off the edge there. That happens. I've beaten him and then fallen to my death. It's pretty embarrassing. Ba-dum-ba-dum. Alright, let's get Super Mario Land 3 spun up over here. Let's take a sip. Six golden coins. So I booted up. I had never played any of the Game Boy Mario games before, the Mario Land titles. And I was going to do Super Mario Land 1. And if you haven't seen it before, I recommend you Google it real quick. Just watch a little bit of the level design. It's very different. It's like it's not taking advantage of the Game Boy. It's saying, man, the Game Boy's not as good as the NES. So let's make our closest approximation to Mario from the NES as we can, given our limitations. Super Mario Land 2, on the other hand, does the opposite. It says, man, we're a strong, beautiful Game Boy, and we don't need no NES. And it, you know, expands on Mario in a lot of ways. We'll talk about that when we play it. That's from me playing both games for 2 minutes, so I don't know if it changes wildly as you get further into it. Wario's the villain. Alright. Name should be all updated. There we go.